Hey amazing artists, Mrs. Parven here. And now that the weather is nice, I'm guessing that many of you are getting outside and using sidewalk chalk. I've seen a lot of really cool, great designs and messages put on sidewalks and driveways, but what if you don't have any sidewalk chalk? I'm actually going to show you how to make your own sidewalk. It's actually sidewalk paint, but it acts like chalk, using some basic things from the kitchen. Let's get started. So to make the sidewalk paint, you're going to need cornstarch, water, food coloring, a measuring spoon, and something to mix it in. Be sure you check with your grown-up and make sure it's okay to borrow these items from the kitchen. The basic recipe is 1 part cornstarch to 2 parts water and a few drops of food coloring. So 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of water. So I have all my materials laid out here. Here's the cornstarch, water, and I have my food coloring all lined up and ready to go. I also have the measuring spoons, which you're going to need to measure out the ingredients, and the muffin tin to mix it in. So you're going to want to put the cornstarch in first because that's your dry ingredient. So it's always 1 part cornstarch to 2 parts water. So I'm going to measure out 1 tablespoon. I think I'll make a little extra of this color. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the cornstarch here right into the muffin tin. So now we're going to add the water. So double of 2 is 4. So I'm going to need 4 tablespoons of water here. That's 2. Yeah, let's move that out of the way. 3 and 4. It's going to kind of make like a watery paste. And we're going to add our food coloring. Just a couple of drops. I'm going to start with this sort of turquoisey green color and put a couple drops in like so. Now just take your spoon and give it a good mix, and you'll see that it's very quickly going to take on the color of the food coloring. Obviously, if you want the color to be a little deeper, you could add a few more drops. I kind of like this the way it is right now. It looks really good. Just mix it all together until there's no more lumps of the cornstarch. So part of the fun of using chalk is to have lots of colors. So I'm going to make multiple colors at once. I'm going to measure out all my dry ingredients. So 1 tablespoon of cornstarch per color, and then 2 tablespoons of water in each little muffin cup that I'm putting it. So 1 and 2, and then I'll fill up the one in the back here. 1 and 2. So let's add color to each one, a couple of drops of yellow here. Obviously, I have a basic food coloring, so red, yellow, green, and blue. Of course, red, yellow, and blue are primary colors, so you could certainly mix them to make some secondary colors if you wanted more color variety. I'm just going to use what I have here in the kit and do a couple of drops. And then, of course, we're going to mix that together. Again, keep mixing until the cornstarch is dissolved. It feels a little chunky at first. And then you're going to get all your colors mixed like so. Let's do this one. Oh, the yellow is really bright and pretty. I like this one. Almost matches the cornstarch container, doesn't it? All right, I've got my whole tray of colors here. I think we better head outside and get to work. So not sure if you've seen this hashtag Chalk Your Walk, but it's all over social media, and I'd love to share with you some of the cool things that people have done with sidewalk paint and sidewalk chalk. Look at all of these designs. There's really no limit to what you can create, and think of all the cool messages you can send to anyone who's passing by. All right, I got my muffin tray of chalk paint, and I grabbed some paintbrushes, and let's just do a little test here. So just give it a good mix again because it can settle. And ooh, here comes the blue. So yep, just test it out. And then the air will dry all the colors. So I'll show you in a minute what that's going to look like. So I'm just going to do a quick test of each color. Remember, before you use it, give it a quick stir. Here's the yellow. And you may need to dip it in a couple of times. This part of my pavement's a little lumpy, so I want to really build the color up like so. I'm just going to do this last red and then let it dry before I start making my design on my driveway. Okay, here's our testing spots. It's been about 5 minutes or so. It's a pretty breezy day, so it's drying nice and fast. And I think now I'm ready to paint a design. So my son is graduating college this week, so I've decided to do my design in honor of him to congratulate him. Here it is. I'd love to collect all of your sidewalk artwork and do a Chalk Your Walk gallery. So don't forget to send me pictures of your creations when you're done. And remember, stay awesome, keep smiling, and know how much I miss you. Bye.